Notre Dame's Fighting Irish taking on a team from the AAC, the Rice Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Rice Owls offense takes the field for the first time today. And all eyes on this man as he takes the field. The defense knows they're going to try to throw him the football, and it probably won't matter, guys.
Oh, but the defense, Reese, will be locked in. He will see double coverage. They will know where he's at on every single snap, Jesse, or else you will get beat quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's one of the few receivers in the country, guys, where if it's man coverage, he's open, zone coverage, he's open. If he's double covered, he's open. Throw that guy the ball.
Dropping back, it's Demania. Fires to the tight end. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. Rice rushes to the line.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy on the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. They'll run the option. Gets it past the marker. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Fox. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
They'll try to pick up the first. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. The Irish offense comes out. First chance we've had to see them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on first down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
Power football with the run.
Yeah.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Quick strike complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Lincoln. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him one to the 23. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. And that third down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside defense.
So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. And at this point on the field, I mean, I guess why not try to guess the snap count? Defense gets caught, still first and goal. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in their six.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and they finished it off with the score from the 4.
Huge. English. I'm good. What is that? 3 or 6? 6. You know, like the 6. I don't know. It's last for me too. 6-point ball game. Come on. It's Boilermakers.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, I can't see it like that.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's going to run it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And the Owls come to the line in the hurry up.
Dude, I'm telling you, I run like a play ball for one drive.
They'll try to pop the draw. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
And that play had no chance. And you self-pass, and you want to sneak the draw in there. The idea is to get those defensive linemen, Palmer, running up the field. But it's almost like they knew what was coming, and they shut that down quick.
Yeah, and so you're running the play. It's not going to be a great look defensively. As a quarterback, then, you've got to do a real good job of trying to sell a pass. And I think he just hurried it a little bit too much. That play didn't look like it was going to have a chance anyways, but the quarterback, he's got to be a better actor on those draw plays.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Takes it on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Still on his feet at the 45. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Leaves it with the back. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Would have been a makeable 49-yard field goal attempt, but they'd rather try to keep the ball and move it on 4th and short. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. An easy call to go for it, and easier after you make it.
Yeah, we've seen it from this offense, too, throughout the season. In these types of situations, they just believe that they can make the play and they can get the push up front, and that's exactly what happened on that.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Finds the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Late hit on the quarterback gives this offense a free first down and some yardage. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. On the move. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And you got to be so disciplined when you play the option. You got to keep your eyes on your guy. They lost track of the pitch, man. Quarterback pitches it to him. He takes it in the house. Got to be a little bit more sound on defense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. Rice rushes to the line. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that.
And the ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the defense did everything right against that option play. They got to the quarterback. They forced him to keep it. Not only did they create the fumble, but they jump on it behind the line of scrimmage. That is just perfect option defense.
Here come the Irish back on offense. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game. Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard, and even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up a first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another day.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offense a success on third down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Yes.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. Notre Dame has it now, first and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Irish. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
He was dead. He had a red zone plays. He plays that's worked when they haven't worked.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back.
Oh, look out. There he goes. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
It's for the move.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Headed to the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
That's the beauty of misdirection in the run game, right? You try to show the defense one look, and then you come back and hit them the other way when they're not expecting.
Soften them up with a run, and now to throw. Reels it into the end zone. Touchdown, right. Some much-needed life for this offense as they try to cut away this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. If you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Oklahoma has the lead right now, but they've been in a dogfight all day and just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by a field goal over Sam Houston. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
A 3-yard pickup gets it out to the 28. It's 2nd and 7. Got it behind the line. It's Lincoln. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
What a great play by that cornerback. There's so much space out here in football, the way they spread you out. But to be able to break on the football when he's throwing one of those quick passes like that, nice job by the cornerback.
Makes the grab on 3rd. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
On 3rd down, offenses have their plays. What they like in 3rd short, what they like 3rd medium, 3rd long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
Going with the ground game left. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. The Irish send out the punt unit, getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you've got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Demania. Getting some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And that is your job. Protect the quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He gets a block. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time.
He tries to take the top off. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Oh, picked off. Looking for more room. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Rice. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
The linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. He's got him this time. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. He's looking to throw it. It's complete to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Going up top on 1st down. He's right on target. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the red zone, looking for a space. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
And he missed it. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in the season.
So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, fellas, the end of a very entertaining first 2 quarters of football in Houston.
Rice ready to kick off and get things started here in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. A quick pass to the left. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He wants to throw. Fires it down the seam. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
And that's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Looking for space. It's Fox. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Owls want to pick up the tempo. Quick completion to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. To throw, it's Stamania. Floating away. Trying to make magic with his feet. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here come the Irish back on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think we can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else.
And on 3rd down, he calls his own number. Really nice job by the quarterback, making the decision, being decisive. He does a good job going, getting the 1st down. A new set of downs for this offense.
Here's the handoff. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Oh, look out! And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
what a day. His third touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything. And had no stats. And all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, that's a good day.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that ranked-on-ranked matchup that has just gone final. Washington notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from Husky Stadium is worth its weight in gold. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And the Owls headed quickly to the line.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form time.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Working the middle. There's a live football. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? And he showed off the wheels after using the hands on the pick, and he gets it down to the 34-yard line.
You know, this is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping pressure after he makes the catch. That's a costly giveaway.
Unloads quickly. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Motion from the offense. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Gets it to the back. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job.
Boy, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. He leaves it with his back. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
This offense is in no hurry, right? Control the clock is priority number 1. I'm going to run the football. I got the lead. I already got great field position, but I'm not interested in scoring right away. I got to make sure I watch that play clock tick down maximize those seconds and keep being physical with the run game.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Gain 2. Brings up second down.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Irish!
You don't give 1 play. First and goal.
The offense starts in the shadow of its own end zone. Got the quick completion. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. A 3rd and long coming up here. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. And he couldn't. This offense has a 2nd down play. They'll go to the ground. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.